Welcome to 2026. We've approached the new year and this is yet again a fresh start. Because to be honest, the events from the past year kinda tells us that the world is going to shit. Environmentally, we're fucked. In my country, I saw this big lake getting cemented. Like, how absurd is that? Politically, we're fucked. Everybody wants everyone to listen to them, but they don't listen themselves. Economically, we're fucked. Like, do I even need to explain this? It's okay if you don't have a job, but at least rent prices have gone up, gas prices have gone up, and the prices of the things that you need in order to live have only inflated over the past year. Even academically, we're fucked. We have burnt out teachers that teach us things that we aren't even gonna use in our daily lives. And we have students that don't listen, don't go to school because they're too focused on this. We've gotten bodied so much from the past year that everyone is starting to think, what the hell is gonna happen next? And I think that you can agree with me when I say that this year, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The things that we heavily relied on for our comfort, security, or our peace are slowly deteriorating. And because of that, we end up feeling pretty lost and not knowing what to do. We've been told that in order to succeed, you have to do this and this and this. You have to go to school. You have to finish school. You have to get a job and then work your ass off to 60 and then you retire and then you have a successful life. But we're starting to realize that that formula for a life doesn't really work right now. Although it used to, but now it does not work. So it's time to do things our way because it's clear that the previous ones don't work. So here's one way to navigate uncertainty if you're feeling pretty lost. So the two most important things to have confidence in something in life when you're feeling pretty lost is your ability to replicate success and survive your failures. If you find yourself feeling lost in life and not knowing what to do, well, it sounds like you're really running out of options to choose from. And on the flip side, you're opening yourself up to endless opportunities. If you're having a hard time deciding what to do, like for example, trying to socialize in 2026. Now, this is a very scary goal because I know most of us don't really know if we're up to that goal. But this is where I encourage you to think of this differently. So the confidence that you get from talking to other people does not come from saying the right things and succeeding on it. In fact, it comes from saying the wrong things. Because now that you've said the wrong things and you failed at talking to other people, and you climb back up from that point, and you survive that failure, that gives you confidence in saying whatever the hell that you want. Because now you know how to come back up from saying the wrong things. So there's no problem in saying whatever the hell that you want. So when you try something and you fail at it, surviving that failure is what propels you to try again with confidence. When I was thinking about saying all of these, I was like, I don't want to do this because I can never say the right things. But I also can't not talk about it because if no one's gonna say anything, then who will? Now I'm presented with a situation where I can't really choose between the two. And on the flip side, I can choose whatever the hell I want because both of these choices have goods and bads in them. So when you're presented with a situation where you don't know what the correct decision is, pick one and then go run with it. And if it succeeds and if it goes well, then yay, you can replicate that success. And if it fails, you try to come back from it and then you survive that failure so that you'll have confidence in the future. So the next thing is to never give in to despair. Because it's very easy for us to fall into thoughts like, what's the point? Like, why even bother? Or it's not good enough. Every now and again, you see this post about animal welfare and that you should take care of the animals around you because they need you to do so. So if I tell you to take care of one of the animals that you see in the streets, it's very easy to fall into the thought of, what's taking care of one animal gonna do? Now I would probably say that as well because that's why I wrote it. But this kind of thinking comes easy for us because we have a world that always shows us the huge things that have a huge impact. At the top of the headlines, they show the results of one person training for a year or 5 years, but not training for day 23 or day 12. What you always see are the good things. You always see the weddings and not the arguments and conflict resolutions. You always see the successes but not the failures, the accomplishments and not the things that they worked on for years and not being able to achieve it. That's what the world shows. So be very careful and be wary of your thoughts, and try not to give in to despair that easily. And last thing, if you ever feel lost and not knowing what to do in life, that's okay. If you don't have a purpose, then your purpose is to find your purpose. But how do you do that? What is something that you think is wrong in this world? Sit down and ask yourself this question. If you believe that people don't care enough for art or music, then go ahead and do something aligned with that idea. If you believe that teachers don't teach effectively as they should, then go ahead and do something about it. If you believe that something in this world is wrong or should be done differently, then go ahead and run with it. But I'll tell you, when you answer this question, be careful about tailoring your answer to fulfill the people around you or to fulfill what the world around you is like. I used to want to speak to an audience but end up never actually doing so because I would get criticized by my peers, criticized by my teachers, made fun of by my friends, and I wanted to say the right things but never actually say the right things and things like that. I have many problems. So I had this idea that people don't really care much for speaking in front of an audience. Like they don't take it seriously and it feels like a fucking PowerPoint presentation every time I attend one of these seminars. And so I had this idea and I thought that was the one thing that was wrong in this world. But because other people were judging me for it, I never actually ended up doing it until very recently, like until now. So this is what you should be careful about. Are you doing this thing to fulfill what other people wanted? Or are you doing it because this is what's wrong in this world and something needs to change? Having purpose makes life so much easier because you have a direction to go to regardless of what the world does to you. If your purpose in life requires you to be the best version of yourself in order for you to do it, then fixing the problems in your life comes easy. And doing something becomes easier because you're not really worrying about what other people think, whether it will succeed or not. These things doesn't matter because you're doing it for yourself and not for them. So, I talked to our college president once, and he's a really great guy, right? He has a lot of scholars, like he pays our teachers very well, and the main thing about his school is that the main priority is always freedom. Like you're free to do whatever you want. Then I mentioned something about his students that have graduated and gotten their diplomas but still haven't paid their tuition, basically. Yeah, fucked up, right? I know. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna read it. I built this school to give people an opportunity because it gave me happiness seeing them being able to do what they want in life. If the school is still sustainable after some students not paying their tuition, then why bother getting their payment? Some of these people that I've helped are ungrateful for what I've done for them. Like, there's no thank you, and some of them are actually even mad about it. Like, I don't know. And that's okay. Because the most important thing is that I was happy that I did that. And so this aligns with the concept of purpose. If your purpose is tied to what other people thought, then when you go to that stage and you speak in front of an audience, some people aren't gonna like that, and that will affect you because you expect all of them to like your presentation. So be very careful about tailoring your thoughts and your answer to that question to what other people think and the world around you. Do it for yourself and not for them. Again, welcome to 2026, and I hope this helps you navigate that uncertainty of what the year is gonna throw at us. And as always, live.